Think I'm this, and you keep me separated from those that I love so much and love me. Crazy, crazy. I'm happy being crazy. Everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I've got a feeling deep inside. They all like to be just like me. Crazy, crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Once in a while, why don't you set yourself free? Messy. Good morning. Sunday morning in Glasgow. Whereabouts are you? And how are you spending your day? First thing is taps off. Probably the best thing to do. That's what we like to have. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop you on your head. It wasn't my fault. It was the big boy. Oh, we got sunshine! What's happening for Sunday morning? Are you having a Budwig protocol? You're having linseed oil and cottage cheese today? Or are we having a fried Scottish breakfast? Now, a fried Scottish breakfast is just an English fry with black pudding, haggis, potato scone, and everything else you would have in an English breakfast. So what's your breakfast of the day? Mine is vitamin D, I hope. I bleached my t-shirt yesterday. What an idiot. Yes, I'm a foolish old man at times. I put the bleach on some dirty marks that I thought I should get rid of these dirty marks with this stuff. And I am not the type of person that should be getting stains out of clothes. Unless you want to have them nice to wear for next time. The sun's in my eyes just now, so hi to anyone that's saying good morning. Hit like and hit subscribe. Not that I'm looking to earn pennies from you. I just want you to see me next time. And you want to. I know this. Because when we've got a sunny day in Scotland like this, we've got a favourite pigeon. It's Yatsik. But these here, these are Muslim pigeons. So they're working against Yadzek. And there's here, I think that's one Glaswegian pigeon. He's got a bottle of Buckfast. And what he's assuming to be Charlie in his pocket. But they sell anything here in this town. In Scotland we've got the highest rate of drug overdoses. We are the highest drug users in all of Europe, not Western Europe. We've got the highest suicide rate in Glasgow, the highest drug rate, highest alcoholism rates. Compared to every other place in Europe, Glasgow's became a cesspit. And the thing is, in Glasgow we turn against one another, while those that have come into our town, cities, who's come in to change our culture, they should be coming in to adopt our culture. But if our culture is drugs, drink and alcohol, free prescription medication, and that is what's keeping the people down, the free prescription medication. Believe me, they're socially acceptable junkies here. I'm not talking about your American zombie junkies. We've got different zombie junkies. And it's all done by the billionaire pharmaceutical class. Fentanyl was hit the streets in every poverty-stricken place around this world. And one nice family gets to benefit from that, as billions of family suffer from those addictions. But it's not as if alcohol is ever going to be a problem in Scottish society, or any society. Alcohol is the one that we need. We need it as a medication, we need it as a painkiller. We need it for confidence. We need to ask that girl out. We need to stop using it. We need to stop being so simple, breaking down our British people. I mean, this was I was watching an English gentleman that travels quite some bit, and he came to Glasgow yesterday, came round, travelled through Scotland, went to Edinburgh, obviously. Edinburgh, lovely, tourism, Americans, and lots of people walking about with anoraks and umbrellas, because that's what it does in Scotland. It rains. Besides today, it's not raining, but it will rain, and we know it because it loves to rain. But the thing is, we've got lots of fresh water in Scotland, and in England we would share it with them for free, but they have to pay, and they pay for water that's almost disgustingly dirty. And when something is disgustingly dirty, Suvich, Sulvia, I can't really see the writing, unfortunately. God bless you. God bless those not going to buildings this morning, but they are saying a prayer to the Lord our God Jesus Christ. They are asking forgiveness, and they are looking to become better people. We are looking to help and reach out to brothers and sisters who are in need of help. And we don't need a big fancy £1 million building to stand and congregate and natter about the other people in our congregation. Congregations and churches. So I take it it's all churchgoers in here. I mean, this is people that want to go to church that are watching this right now. You want to be nice, decent parents. New sub, I've got a new sub store, yeah. Thank you very much, new subs. That would possibly be around about 150 people. 150? No, it's only been 5 years. My t-shirt's blown away. You see this? See where I made a mistake? It is windy. See, lovely women will shout and let you know that your t-shirt's blown away. That's what's happening. You can't fix that, can you? Because it was a gift from a friend, and we don't like to messy up gifts from friends. Thank you, new subscriber. Press the like button. Send it to your friends. Yesterday's video got banned in most territories because of some music that was played in it. Oh no, some music is playing. We have to ban him. He might make money sometime in the future. We have to threaten him. Excuse me, but if you ever do this again, we're going to take all your videos and kill you, okay? Okay, this is YouTube algorithm, and this is all of the people who own the music say, you're going to have to die soon. You use their music. Oh no. So let's do it again. You know this song? Wonderful way to be.
If you think I'm this,
Imagine all the possibility if the whole world was just like me. Ooh,
and love me,
crazy, crazy.
I'm happy being crazy.
Everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I got a feeling deep inside they all like to be just like me. Crazy, 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 crazy. Ava, Matthew, I know you still have fun like Daddy does.
Love you so much.
I'm sorry, Mummy makes you hate half of who you are. But sometimes mummies and daddies are so broken that they try to break others. They're trying to ruin other people's lives. And in every Western country, we abuse children. We know that every language flows towards Jerusalem. So we write from left to right, and from Jerusalem it flows from right to left, always heading in one direction. Jerusalem! And we know something big's coming. But is it going to affect your life? Are you spending time with your friends and family today and letting them know just how much you care about them? Or are you so embittered with your ex-partner that you tell your children that that man was no good, that man was abusive? You don't want to be anything like that man. You're not ever going to get to see that man, and it hurts my feelings if you love that man. It breaks me inside if you love that man, then you hate me. And that's the abuse constantly I've seen by my own ex-partner. The manipulation to children is off the scale when women are willing to abuse their own son and daughter. When a woman hates you so much that the love for the child is secondary, you know that child's going to suffer. You know my son and daughter's been sold to the grandmother and grandfather. They planned this all along. Babcha planned it. Babcha planned to take my children because she failed when she was bringing up children. The Babcha failed because she's an abusive, hateful, violent, dishonest child abuser. And she's taken my son and daughter. They're in Glasgow, Wielkopolski. And there's not one man, not one person that sticks up for children in Poland in Glasgow, Wielkopolski. Not one. There isn't one single man. There isn't a single man, not a single person that sticks up. Child abuse is something that's simply accepted in Poland. It's accepted. In the UK, it's profited from. They profit. And it's also, as we move further west, it's perversion. Children are used for perversion. Big business, the new American conglomerate of businesses, use children as bargaining tools. And you know this. Poland is just an annex, or wants to be part of America. They're fascists, they're child abusers, and they're ruled by the Catholic cult, which owns all sororities, fraternities, and boys' clubs and girls' clubs, the Eastern Star. It is the institution controlling child abuse, child smuggling, people smuggling. And Polish women hide away. Rather than pushing their heads above the parapet, they all go to churches and hide below the parapet where they abuse children. And we know that. We know in Gorzów Wielkopolski, Jana Pawła II, it's in a place where children are held and taught to hate who they are. They're abused in Poland. You don't hear many bad words about Poland right now because they stood against those left-wing country wreckers wrecking the US and the UK and Ireland and Germany and France and Belgium and the Netherlands. That's the people who are wrecking the world. Still looking after Poland for some reason. Why is that? Why is everywhere else in Europe suffering? And the Catholic 95% cult is still there. Nothing wrong. Warsaw is the only place getting some immigration, whereas the Polish will quite happily tie the immigrants to trees out in the forests, and they'll be attacked by bulls and all kinds of wild animals, and you know that. I heard stories from I say this is my family. The violent women are my family in Poland. They've got my children. That is my blood. And they are abusive to their own flesh and blood in Poland, and they'll do anything for $1. You remember that? I'd buy that for $1. Yeah. They would take you out for $1. They would take out their own children just to have whatever extra they wanted. That thing that you've got in your head, that imaginary great thing that you're going to achieve at some point, I'm going to get to this. At some point I'm going to reach that new goal. At some point we're going to achieve that. In Poland, you can sell off your kids and get that quite quickly. But you'll soon come to realise that in which you've been given is not actually what you wanted. Because that's always the case. You've got no idea what you want. You don't know what you want. So what they do in Catholic cults is they tend to abuse kids. Constantly abuse kids. Their own family, their own nephews, their own anything. We abuse those kids. Now if there's paedophile, rapists, priests all around the world, we can take them and hide them around Europe. Not a problem for the Polish Catholics. Not any problem at all. In our Catholic churches, it's talking about paedophiles and children that were abused, and we can go in and drop in and speak about that. Try to hide it. I mean, it's still going on. We're talking like it's fixed. We've done this in the 90s, we've done this in the noughties. We're abusing every decade. We're abusing kids for that decade. They're becoming abusers on the next decade, and it's continuing every year. It's a Freemasonic Catholic cult way to control children and families, and they love doing it. They do it to their own children. They abuse, they sacrifice, they murder, they sell out. Anytime you feel embittered towards an ex-partner, you'll take it out on your children. If you're willing not to allow your kids to see them, you'll beat those children because you hate that partner so much. The love you have for your children, it's not even visible. Poland, it's not visible. There is no love for the children you're abusing. Gorzów, there is no love in Gorzów Wielkopolski, Jana Pawła II, or any other church buildings. The building is not the church. The people that go there, to be honest, in Jana Pawła II, they do come together in a fascist regime. You know that. You know they're fascist and abusive child abusers in Gorzów Wielkopolski. Landsberg, Germany. Should we still call it Landsberg, Gorzów Wielkopolski? That was the last place that Hitler was imprisoned. The last place he was imprisoned. And I don't know why it's not statues of Hitler that are going round about there, but it's statues of John Paul II. Which one is now known to have been more evil? Comment down below if you've got an opinion on that. I'm sure it's Hitler. I'm sure Hitler was more evil. Those going to the Catholic Church, Jana Pawła II in Gorzów Wielkopolski, This was the people assisting in the abuse of children. This is a congregation assisting in the ongoing child abuse scandal. Abducted from Scotland, taken through Glasgow, assisted by Scottish police. No one cares about fathers. The UK suicide rate for fathers is through the roof, but everyone knows the Scottish suicide rate, we're keeping it up for the whole of the UK. Now if you do want to kill a father like me, if you want to put a nasty comment down there, please do so. My children are abused every day in the place I've just given you the details for, and by the females I've just explained to you, the Babcha. Now don't get me wrong, when I use the word Jadek, I know it's grandpa, but he's a female, he's a feminist, he's a Catholic, child abusing liar. I've got video of so-called men picking up my children when they run happily towards me screaming daddy. My children get picked up by abusive so-called Polish men and dragged away so they don't get to see me or hug me. The man then, while holding my son, shouts and screams calling me a thief, a liar and a woman beater while holding my son in Polish, so my son can understand what his dad's been called. Now these allegations again come from my ex-partner and through her father's mouth. Lies, because the only thief and child abuser is abusing the children. I come on here to try and speak about other topics sometimes. Going to church to make you feel nice, playing music to make you feel nice. It's all about making us feel nice. Abusing kids to make women feel nice. Ruining families to make women feel good. It's nothing more than a sickness. I hope the people out there listening to this are either doing their job and getting paid because they don't really hate me, but they want to explain to me that they hate me so I feel suicidal. That's what we do to fathers. The usual chat. Let's befriend and then belittle. We've got so many cruel ways that we can belittle men so they can kill themselves. So children can never search out the parents that they loved and were forced to hate. Poland forces children to hate their fathers. Poland forces children not to see their fathers. Poland forces children not to be loved for, not to be cared for, but money to be loved, revered, respected. The children have no respect. The parents are given no respect when there's a female, feminist, Catholic, child abusing liar. Someone willing to hop from bed to bed. That's the rabbit. But is that worth it for any of you out there? I know all of you have cheated. All of you have lied. Just like me. I never cheated with the mother of my children. Not once. But if you listen to the stories, I've done everything you could possibly do that would destroy any human being. She said I raped her, she said I beat her, she said that this was done constantly. The things that women can have poured out their pie holes is unbelievable. The unbelievable hate that you can give to children because you hate a father, it's sickening. I don't expect people to like, I don't expect subscriptions, that's why I don't expect YouTube or Google algorithms ever to pay any father speaking about child abuse. They want you cooking dinners and showing you the recipes of your favourite sausage roll, your favourite English breakfast. Ooh, these chips taste nice. Ooh, I've got such a fancy palate. They want us doing useless tasks. They want us booking hotels and walking round rooms. Oh, this is a nice room with a bed in it. Oh, what's this extra? A mirror? Knob ends. Constantly doing things to try and make money. To buy shit we don't need to impress people we don't like. It's the same mistakes we were making before the 2000s, raping kids, abusing people, attempting to hide it and look good. I mean, we know what Elon Musk is after. He said himself, I want the most evil people to look as if they're doing the most venerable things. Evil people to do the most venerable things. So they think that you, who are evil, like the woman abusing children in Poland, they venerate the woman as a mother. They say that she's a mother. So they gaslight fathers. They gaslight fathers with abusive mothers. They do this in every single industry. It's not just in the home. It's not just a domestic thing where they're helping mothers kill fathers. Through our government, every single aspect has been taken over and broken. I mean, you know yourself, if there's anything to do with health or safety in your government, it's going to be run by the biggest, fattest, unhealthiest, useless person. Anything that's backwards seems to be going the right direction. Sorry I can't read many of your comments, and to be honest, Dr. Alan Grant, talking about it. There's so much nonsense on here. There's so much nonsense about people getting paid to try and get you to feel bad about yourself. Listen, see if you feel bad about yourself. I started off the conversation about doing things that assist you getting through your day. Like, what assists me getting through my day? Reaching out. Try to speak to people that have got an ounce of common sense left, because that's what's gone. I don't care if you've got a fancy title or certificate. I don't care if other people venerate you. It more than likely means that you're a monster, predator or child abuser. If anyone's venerated, if there's anyone on TV, if there's anyone high up in the YouTube algorithms, they're beasts. They're abusing kids. That's what's going on. It's never, every decade's the same. We're abusing kids, and we've got families abusing their own kids. That's why fathers are taken out. We don't like children being abused unless they're Freemasonic or Catholic, something like this. That's fake men who have always a little man on the side while having these fake families, and that's why they're willing to abuse kids. They don't respect kids, they don't love kids. They're like the women who abuse children constantly every day. Backed up, financed, charities funded to abuse children. That's what charities are for. They're there to abuse the child. They're there to make that woman a violent feminist. They're not trying to make her a decent mother. They're not trying to make her make the decent decisions in life. That's it. Saving kids from dinosaurs. It's not dinosaurs. We speak like this happened back then. We speak like it used to happen all the time, and I'm sick of this. Scotland is a hellhole for children with the Freemasons and the Catholic Church. But 95% Catholic Poland, they're literally abusing kids and taking in predators into their country. Paedophiles have a safe haven in Poland. They can put on a wee robe and a collar. That's safety right there. They can get a new wee name. They can call themselves Cardinal something else. Everything, and Monsignor this. Everything is so backwards and abusive. My son Matthew Neva, no matter how much you think I am mentally ill, broken, abusive, not the right man, not a good father, can never be your friend, can never be anything, I'm the father to Ava and Matthew. They're still children. They've been abused by women who have pointed out. They're court documented vile liars. I mean, they're vile, abusive beasts. Everything about them's there, but every day they're supported to abuse children. And you think something's changed? You think we're backing up children who need help? You think any charity's ever funded to save a child or help a child's life or help fathers? Never. You're idiotic if you think fathers get anything. You're idiotic if you think fathers have any charity backed in any country in the world when it's related to family. Fathers don't have that. You'll have little places where you can get a hammer, a piece of wood and a chisel, and you can start knocking lumps into a piece of wood. This is what the Freemasons set you up to do. Go and natter to your wee Freemasonic, your wee Jesuit friend who's going to go and pass these things on to the church building Monsignor Catholic cult members, or the Freemasonic idiotic Freemasons in Eastern Star, who are in our councils ruining everything today. They're in there. I wouldn't say they're in on a Sunday because they're not in on a Monday. I mean, mentally, these people are there to break our councils. They're there to make you feel disgusted at charities and services. Why do you look all generated? Why do you look AI generated, bro? As your cat. I don't know, I've got a cheap phone. This phone came from my friend's nephew. And if he's on watching, he knows who he is. And I got this phone for free. So the phone, I didn't actually. God bless Trump and Great Britain. Do you think I have free will? Is that free will you have? Is it free will? My bad, bro. You know, I'm very, really not seeing the comments. I know your place. I know there's CID, FBI, whatever alphabetical agency you want to be part of. You're part of the Catholic Church child killing scene. You're a predator. You're part of that Freemasonic Jesuit Eastern Star cult that abuses children in Poland. It's worldwide, and right now the US is running the entire cult on behalf of the Catholic Church. Where's Pope Leo? I wonder where he is. Probably away visiting Pope John Paul II. Oh no, he can't do that. Or can he? We need to watch what we're doing. My son and daughter are in Gorzów Wielkopolski. They wake up in the morning and I know, like in my head, my son and daughter are there. I could walk into their bedroom and I cry. I walk into their bedroom, I put my hand round my daughter's bed where I should be looking at her, eye contact, and she's not there. She's not there. Since 2019 she's not been there. She's not been back in Scotland. She's not been with me. I've seen her for a few minutes here and there in Poland. But they don't try and just break you. They break your son and daughter. They broke the children that love me. They broke my children who love me. I know it's more difficult for them to break my son. He just keeps standing up. He hardly knows me. He doesn't know any English, but he loves me. And he always came to see me, even after he was told he had to hate me. Him and Ava were told to hate me. He just wanted to see me because he didn't know me. Ava had to feel safe. Ava, my 12-year-old daughter, has to feel safe. And the only way you can feel safe in amongst these predators abusing you is by agreeing with them. You have to agree with these. I know there is something in the name Catherine, Kasia. Like there's something within that which is wrong. I'm not saying all Catherines and Kasias, but I used to teach English to a girl, and whenever I mentioned Kasia doing what she done, abusing children, there was another girl called Kasia that I used to teach English to, and she felt terrible because she had the name Kasia. And I tried to explain it's nothing to do with her name, and she thinks it isn't a name. I think it's in the character. No surrender, exactly, no surrender. And do you know what? Protestant friends of mine used to shout this thing. I was a Catholic. I'll say I was a Catholic because I went to the Catholic predatory church that touched up children, touched up everyone, and never admits to what they done. But they want you to go in and say, oh, this happened 15, 20 years ago. No, this is happening now. They want you to talk about historical child abuse. They want you to talk about historical abuse of children. It's always historical. It's not women are funded to abuse children today by the Scottish Government through a charity called Women's Aid. They're funded violent feminist child abusers. This is court documented. Even my ex-partner said this charity, who's funded to assist women, told her to say that she was raped and abused and beaten. This is what my ex-partner said in court. Now this assisted her abduction of both my son and daughter because she managed to use these lies given by a funded feminist charity. No male charity is funded. No male charity would abuse children. Who abuses children? It's the Catholic Church, the predators, who it holds as brotherhoods, the Freemasons, Eastern Stars, the Jesuit cult. We all know what's going on in every single town and city. You'd know fine well children are being abused and we're being told that it's historical. My son had been abused in Poland. I've told you where it is. I couldn't care less. If you want to hurt me or make me feel like I want to kill myself, I'll wake up every morning I feel suicidal. I'll wake up to get through each one of these days, and for years to have passed, I understand why there's literally hundreds of fathers killing themselves every day. Every day. Most fathers are killing themselves in Scotland, particularly in Glasgow. They're taking drugs every day and that's been funded. They're buying alcohol like Buckfast every day and it's funded by the government. If you're an alcoholic or drug addict, you'll get drug and alcohol until you kill yourself. It's given freely, fed to you. It's important that we understand children are being abused today. They're being abused, it's funded abuse, and it's funded by the biggest institutions in the world. They're in every one of your government. The Catholic Church has an arm in your government. It has an arm in your government today. It's abusing children today. I have been abused. Now I know people don't just use that type of thing willy-nilly, but what I can say is, I'm so sorry if that's true. My ex-partner said she was abused. She lied while abusing our own children. She lied that she was abused. While abusing her children, she lied about being abused to make money from the abuse of her children. She lied to be assisted by the police to abuse children. She's in Jana Pawla II, John Paul II, Gorchin Church in Gorzów Wielkopolski, Poland. The last name of this place was Germany. It was called Landsberg. It was the last place to hold Hitler as a prisoner. They celebrate this place now. Child abuse is called historical while children are suffering today. Yes, Jesus does love us and Jesus Christ is God. It's nice to see messages of hope. And if you're going to a church building today, say a prayer for yourself and those children. It's not the building. It's the people that you're going with, and if they're going to natter about everyone else in town, if it's a little group of old Eastern Star feminists and your church is plagued and you call that building a church and all you've got is these little wives, natter, that's what's wrong with those church buildings. You've now got women preaching, and believe me, it's a pain in the ring thing to listen to. God forgive me for the mistakes I make. I am a failure. I wouldn't be a good father, I don't guess, but it's only a guess. I wouldn't be a great person. I'm sorry I don't have any Discord, I don't have any place for anyone to help. I'm a father that Scotland's looking to kill within the next few weeks. I have been that father for the last few years. The Scottish Government will help me kill myself with alcohol and drugs. I don't drink alcohol, I used to drink alcohol. Every time I would have a beer, it was used against me as if I was an alcoholic because I am Scottish. My son Matthew, he needs time with me. He needs time to know his daddy's always loved him and never gone away from him. His mind's never shifted to anything other than my son and daughter. Fathers are loving and caring. My doctor keeps trying to get me on Valium because my anxiety. For your anxiety, you should, if you can, afford a bottle of linseed oil. If you're in Northern Ireland, buy Natu linseed oil. And you'll get that in a local farm. Just ask for Jim. Well, we've got two farms down south in the very south of England, and they grow linseed. I would recommend every morning people on here that are serious about their health. I keep telling doctors to bolt. Don't take anything from these doctors. Don't take anything from them. They kill people. They're the biggest killers in the world. The Catholics are the funding for all of this. The Catholics have got their little fingers and thumbs in every single pie in this world. They make something from everything. And if it's child abuse, and that's the number one thing to make money from, believe me, it's big, big business. Linseed oil, cottage cheese. Now anytime you take 100 ml of cottage cheese or strained Greek yogurt or quark, I want 100 ml of that mixed with 50 ml of linseed oil. I want you to an immersion blender, and I want you to blend into the cottage cheese. I want you to blend it into the quark until you can't see the oil, and it's nice creamy consistency, and I want you to eat that every day. And if you eat it 3 times a day, great. You need that linseed oil and you need a fermented milk product mixed together. It'll help for pooping, it'll help for peeping, and it'll help for your mind. It'll help from your body, and it'll grow your immune system. And I do have a few books written, but they're rubbish books. I've written books. The information in the books is the best information. I've written one called The Healing Brew, and it's about Johanna Budvig, biochemist, and Nurse Cassie, who done Essiac tea, and it's called The Healing Brew, and it's available on Amazon. So if anybody wants to help, I think I make 75 pence if you buy one of those books for a £5. It's called The Healing Brew by Joe Day on Amazon with Essiac tea and the Budvig protocol. So if anybody wants to help, you can stick a £1 in my pocket by buying that rubbish book. But the information in that rubbish book saves lives. It saves lives. It saves lives. And it works. It works for stage 4 cancers. It works for any hardcore illness. It heals nothing but fixes everything, because it fixes your immune system. And if once you fix your immune system, and believe me, that's covered in black goo. Your insides are covered in black goo. Can someone help me get to see my children today? I just need to know they're safe and they feel secure. I need to know they feel secure. I don't know why we put this pressure on fathers, on children and on families. I know everyone understands that we can push fathers and mothers that don't have time with their children over the edge and they'll kill themselves. And we've figured that out to a degree. It's over 800 times, 800% more for fathers killing themselves, and it's too quickly happening. It's Glasgow we're killing ourselves in, and the reason is drugs and alcohol. My children need to get to know me. No matter how much you might think I am the lowest, most scummiest, undeserving, unvenerable man that's abusive, no matter what you think about me, my children deserve to know me and make the opinion of me by themselves, for themselves, so they can feel secure in who they are. I might be everything horrible that you think, but I might just be as loving as you are. I might be a father and parent like you are. I might just want to be a parent just like you are. Wake up on a Sunday morning and take my kids out swimming and back for breakfast. You know, I want to take them out and show them where I used to hang out when I was a child. I want them to see my mum while she's still here. She's got a machine helping her breathe right now. Some people aren't ready for doing diets. They aren't ready for facing up to how to fix and heal themselves. Some people just don't want it because they love the diet and they love the life they have. And they can love that until they die. And I don't mind if you're my family, you're my friends, and you're choosing to live the way you live and you love it and it's killing you, but you live it and love it. That's living. I'm not living right now. Many of you aren't living, but you've got love inside. I know you've got love. Greetings from Germany. Health and all the best for you. Thank you so much, Germany. I spend so much time in Germany and the Netherlands. I spend time in Berlin making my way to Gorzów Wielkopolski. It only takes an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I'll generally be in like the cheapest hostel in Berlin. The Generator. That was the last one I was in, the Generator in Berlin. And you know, Europe's looking bad with all the immigration. The UK's looking bad with all the immigration, all the illegal immigration. Our heads are down because they're breaking our families. We're a bit zombied because they've got us drugged up and drinking too much alcohol. But we do love one another as people. We do love one another. As human beings, we love one another, and we group and we get together and we can work things out, and we can make families work, and we can make situations in cities and towns and villages, we can make them prosper. We can fix things from here. But we can't do it with our current system. What's in place has been set up for us to fail every time, and we know that. What's been put in place for us is just full of tripwires. I mean, right now I see this, you know, the red lines, and you see the guys going through them, and they're trying not to hit the laser beams because it will set off the alarm. I feel as if this is what we're doing in every single town and city in Europe and America. We're bringing people in, and it's not their fault that the most impoverished people are making their way to the UK, because the Catholic cult is assisting these movements. The government is being paid because they've got an arm in every single part. Your son and daughter deserve to know you as much as my son and daughter deserve to know me. If I'm going to think bad things and say bad things about you, then you're going to think and say bad things about me. If I'm going to worry and panic you while you're in my presence, you're going to worry and panic me. So we need to do the opposite of these things. And I've been terrible. I'm thoughtless, and I'm selfish. I make mistakes. My language isn't great. I'm imperfect. I'm an imperfect man and parent just like you. I know it's easy because when I'm on here, people can highlight anything you want. You can say anything you want, and it might end up affecting my soul or breaking my heart, but nothing can break my heart any more than the time which has been stolen from my children from Poland. And Gorzów Wielkopolski is abusing children. We are all flawed by nature, but we are also all grossly poisoned and manipulated. Yeah, and that society's been doing that. And the biggest thing is the drugs and alcohol which they're handing out. And I'm not kidding, in the UK, in Glasgow, we're taking the hit. The people in Glasgow go against the other white people who are full of drugs, drinking alcohol in Glasgow. We've been taught to hate and despise our own brothers and sisters and the mothers and fathers that we've got in this country. We've been taught to hate. We've been taught to fear and live in that fear. And if you don't accept that fear, then you're not going to get your house, you're not going to get food, and you're not going to be happy. And none of that's true. What is true? Everyone's a bit crazy. And this is the end of the show. What a wonderful way to be. Please hit like, please subscribe, and please comment, because the algorithms will think I'm a decent father and a good man. If you join my club, you will get nothing, it will cost nothing, and you can be crazy and smile about it. Why? Just like me, crazy, 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 once in a while. Why don't you set yourself free? It's only reality.